guys. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you 3 different recipes that you can make for dinner in the winter that are raw vegan. People ask me all the time like how to stay raw in the winter, especially if you live in a cold climate. If you're eating banana ice cream all day and like cold foods, you're gonna be cold. But there are a lot of raw vegan recipes that are very like comforting and warming and delicious. We're gonna be making a raw vegan mac and cheese, a raw vegan kale salad with a garlic tahini dressing, and a raw vegan chili. I hope you guys enjoy these recipes and let's get started. For our first recipe, we are going to be making a mac and cheese. This mac and cheese is super creamy and super delicious, and I promise you guys will like it. So you're gonna start by chopping up 3 tablespoons of sweet onion and adding half of a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and then just stir that together and set it to the side to marinate while you're making the rest of your recipe. For the sauce, you're going to use a 1/4 cup of raw cashews. Add that to a blender along with 2 tablespoons of wakame seaweed. And I know that sounds really weird, but I promise you it's not. It just gives you like a salty flavor without using salt, so it doesn't make you bloated and it's so much better for you. And then you're gonna add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 garlic clove, 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, which I forgot to add, but let's just pretend that I added it, and then 1.5 cups of chopped yellow bell pepper, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. And then you're going to blend this all together really, really well. The longer you blend it, the thicker the wakame will become and the creamier your sauce will be. So blend it really well, and then you're going to make your macaroni. So for this, you're going to use 1.5 to 2 zucchinis. You're just gonna peel these and spiralize them and then cut them into little like macaroni sized shapes, you know, and then measure out 2.5 cups of these. Add them to a bowl along with your onion, your cheese sauce, and a little bit more smoked paprika. And then you're going to mix this all together until the zucchini is well coated. After that, you're going to add it to a fresh bowl and top it off with some fresh parsley, some chopped cherry tomatoes, and some black pepper. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. It's super easy to make, really savory, and perfect for the winter. For our next recipe, we are making a kale salad with a garlic tahini dressing. For this, we're actually going to be making the dressing in the bowl. So you're going to start off by adding 2 tablespoons of tahini, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a half of a tablespoon of maple syrup, 1 clove of minced garlic, a small slice of jalapeno with a few seeds if you want it to be spicy, a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1/8 teaspoon of chipotle. You're going to mix this together and keep adding some more lemon juice and maybe even some water to thin it out a little bit until you get your desired consistency. And then you're going to add a half of a tablespoon of chopped green onion and stir this one more time. And then you're going to add your salad ingredients. So that's going to be 2 cups of kale, 1/2 cup of chopped gourmet tomatoes, 1/2 cup of yellow bell pepper, and 1/3 cup of moistened and chopped dulse, which is a seaweed. And I know seaweed seems weird, but trust me, it tastes really, really good in this recipe, especially with the tahini. And then you're going to massage this really well. You could try to mix it up with like tongs or something, but using your hands works the dressing into the salad so much better, so that's what I would recommend. And then you're going to leave this to sit for about 15 minutes just so that the kale softens up and that it's easier to eat. And then you're going to add it to a clean bowl and top it off with some sliced almonds. So that's the finished recipe. This recipe is probably my favorite out of all 3. It's so delicious. Any vegan or non-vegan will enjoy it, I promise, so you should make it.
I promise you ain't never really freak out till you out of freak out.
For our third recipe, we are going to be making a raw vegan chili. This chili is really flavorful and satisfying and perfect for if you want something more hearty for dinner. So you're gonna start off by adding 2 cups of sun-dried tomatoes to a bowl. You wanna try to find sun-dried tomatoes that don't have any like salt or sulfur added to them because these are going to be healthier for you. And then you're also going to add 3 pitted medjool dates to this bowl, along with about 5 cups of water, and you're just going to let these soak for around 30 minutes before you begin making your recipe. And once they're finished soaking, you're going to add them to a food processor along with 2 tablespoons of the soaking liquid, 1.5 plum tomatoes, a third of a jalapeno with a few seeds if you want it to be spicy, 1 clove of garlic, and 1.5 limes juiced. And then you're just going to begin pulsing and blending this mixture until it's not fully combined, because next we're going to be adding our seasonings. So we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cumin, and 1/4 teaspoon of chipotle. We're also going to be adding in a small handful of basil. So after you do that, you're just going to pulse it up a few more times and keep tasting it until you get your desired consistency. You want there to be a little bit of chunkiness in there, but you don't want any like huge chunks of sun-dried tomatoes. So just keep tasting it until it's perfect, and then add it to a bowl and mix in 1/4 cup of raw corn and 3 tablespoons of sweet onion. We're also going to be adding 2 tablespoons of green onion, and then just mix this together really, really well. Next, you are going to put this into a clean bowl and top it off with some chopped raw walnuts, a little bit of nutritional yeast, some chopped cherry tomatoes, some chopped avocado, and a little bit of cilantro. So that is the finished dish. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. It's super easy to make, way easier than making actual chili, and in my opinion, it tastes way better. So try it out and let me know what you guys think. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed all those recipes. They're really easy to make, and I promise you, you will enjoy them. Let me know in the comments below if you tried any of these recipes and which one was your favorite. Make sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Wait, should I say my name? Probably. I was not looking at the camera. I was looking at the viewfinder. Bye now. See ya. Okay.